Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your August 2022 love reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. And for those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and gap spread. And the way it works is we'll look at the past energies, present energies, and future energies between you and the main love interest. Once we get through all that, we'll actually pull some oracle cards for some additional insight. That's where the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Cosmic Tarot. And also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around in your situation, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have tradition. So this is the equivalent to the Hierophant in traditional tarot, and that's Taurus energy, which for you guys is 12th house. So it could just be saying that you might have really envisioned this connection having a lot of potential to be a long-range connection, long-term connection, I guess is the word I'm looking for there. But yeah, looks like this is a connection you saw the potential for you guys to have a serious connection. As far as whether or not you communicated to them, I feel like most likely you probably didn't communicate it to them, given that it's 12th house energy for you guys, but it seemed like you at least had that vision. And keep in mind in this particular deck too, the name's Romeo and Juliet on the card as well, so could have been something about the connection that you might have felt was forbidden between the two of you. Alright, past energy on their side, we have a few cards that came up. We have the Seven of Wands, Leo energy, Prince of Cups, which in this deck is actually Scorpio, but usually that would be Pisces, and Nine of Cups, which is also Pisces. So seeing these three cards, I feel like this is saying that they might have actually saw that potential as well, but they might have been a lot more guarded around revealing it, right? So they might have almost, I don't know if they would have outright denied it, let's say, but I feel like they definitely seem to be closed off around expressing that they had those feelings as well. Now, to be fair, I mentioned that for you guys, that 12th house energy, so in a way, neither one of you might have communicated that fact, but underneath it all, even if they didn't seem like it on the surface, I feel like they also saw that potential for the connection. Alright, present energy on your side, we have the Six of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here. Usually this represents moving the karma waters, and for you guys, Aquarius energy is 9th house energy too. So it could just be saying that maybe you guys are looking at things through a more realistic lens now, right? Maybe like, okay, maybe I got a little ahead of myself, picturing all this, future energy between you and me and this person, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might have just came to that realization and started to calm your expectations around the situation. All right, present energy on their side, we have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So normally Queen of Cups in most decks is Cancer energy, but here we see the Pisces symbolism. So again, we could be dealing with a Pisces, given that we're seeing quite a bit of Pisces energy in the spread. But yeah, with the Seven of Cups energy here, could just be saying that they might realize that, okay, maybe there was an opportunity missed between the two of you to actually express your feelings. Right now, like I said, it looks like you're, I wouldn't say giving up on the idea, right? But I feel like you're approaching things from a much more sober aspect in this regard. And now, for them, they might be looking at that as kind of like a missed opportunity on their part, right? So again, I feel like on the surface, they wouldn't necessarily show it, similar to what we were talking about there, where they might have seemed guarded. Here, it looks like they're trying to make it seem like everything's fine, but underneath the surface, there could be regrets. They're like, okay, that I actually missed my opportunity to, express my feelings for this person, or what's going on, right? So that's what I see with that. All right, future energy on your side. We have the Five of Cups, Scorpio energy, and Triumph. So this is the equivalent of the World card. So definitely an interesting mixture of energies here. For some of you, could just be saying that you might just still be filtering through the disappointment, right? Like, okay, I thought that this had this potential, right? And with the Triumph card beneath that, could just be saying that you might still come to the realization that not all is lost, right? Because we do see the Two Cups still standing there. So in the Five of Cups energy, we see he's like pretty much consciously blocking his face from looking in that direction, right? So it's almost like he'd rather focus on the three spilled cups right now. But with the Triumph energy after that, could just be saying that it could just be one of those things that eventually you get past that stage And then maybe you actually are able to approach the connection with that realization, right? With a more realistic approach, like, okay, maybe I had these high expectations set on this situation in the past, come down to a more realistic outlook, but at the same time realizing you still missed the person, right? So it could be one of those things. All right, future energy on their side. We have the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius energy, and the Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy. So yeah, Ten of Wands just represents an energy of feeling burdened. And then to see the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is saying that again, right? Maybe for them too. Similar, I feel like you guys are on similar pages in a certain way as far as it seemed like there was concealing feelings in the past. You guys seem to come from a really detached standpoint in the present, whereas for them, they're being, viewing it from a more emotional lens, but not necessarily putting that out in the open. And then in the future, like I said, it looks like there's some disappointment on your part, but with that triumph, to me, that represents that desire to still connect with this person. And then with the Ten of Wands for them, followed by the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is saying that for them, it's almost a burden at this point to keep holding back what they were feeling. So with the Six of Pentacles energy there, I feel like this is saying there'll be a desire on their part to actually bring about balance in the connection. All right, bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Three of Staves. So yeah, this could just be the energy you guys have been in, especially if you did actually express yourselves in some way in the past and felt like the feeling wasn't reciprocated. You might have just felt like, okay, well, the ball's in their court now, right? One of those types of situations. And then bottom of the deck on their side, we have the moon. So yeah, and we do see more Pisces symbolism here too. So for some of you, you could definitely be dealing with a Pisces, or this could just even be someone possibly from your work environment as well, given that Pisces energy is 10th house energy for you. But yeah, seeing this energy here could just be saying that for them, maybe for a while they weren't necessarily sure how they felt around the connection. So that could have been what was difficult for them too, trying to feel their way through the situation. But like I said, ultimately, it looks like they do realize that, okay, yeah, I actually would like to reconnect with Gemini. So basically, just a classic story of humans making love way more difficult than it needs to be, right? But let's see what the Oracle cards add to the mix. First, we'll see what we get from Aqua Moonlight deck here. Same situation as usual. What I do here is I'm looking for unspoken messages from you to them and then from them to you. And initially, I'll be looking for jumpers, but if I shuffle for a while without anything coming up, I actually just put the deck down and pull cards that way. So let's see what we get. All right, and this does want to go back in the deck, and then we'll see what we get from them to you. All right, and this does want to go back in the deck. So let's see what we have on your side first. Okay, we have Rejection. And it doesn't want to focus. There we go. It says, I'm uneasy about myself. I don't know if I can truly make you happy. So interesting message there. Especially if this person did have like a standoffish energy toward you, right? Like I was saying, it felt like underneath the surface, they might have felt like there was potential with the connection too, but for whatever reason, I feel like they were pretty guarded outwardly toward you. So could just be one of those things, and then that might have made you feel like, okay, I guess this person not into it, right? So it's a somewhat common dynamic in some ways, but yeah. And let's see, on their side, we have embarrassed. It says, I know I've acted childishly. I don't know how to approach you now. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see how those two energies all work with each other in the main spread in that regard. I mean, it looks like at this point it's just going to be one of those things where not speaking up and approaching you is just going to be too much of a burden for them versus actually just coming forward and trying to restore the balance. So it does look like things will come back together between the two of you, but we'll see what the Wisdom of the Oracle card adds to the mix. So same situation as far as I pre-shuffle this deck as well, but here I'm just looking for one card with general advice to wrap the reading up with. this one doesn't want to go back in the deck, so let's see what you got. Okay, we have milk and honey. There's the artwork, and the number is 51. Okay, the relationship message says sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers, sweet moments of understanding, and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there. Like I said, it could just be a timing thing if nothing else, because it looks like you're still kind of losing faith in a connection. And then for this person, it almost seems like they're just going to feel too overburdened to not speak up, and eventually they will come forward and try to restore the balance. So, I mean, maybe for some of you, this could just be saying it might take until the Pisces full moon, but I doubt it. That would be in September, by the way. It'll probably happen quicker than that, but hope it resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up then. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.